We've got, this is some official Google coverage. The Google car's just driving along and they see this guy trying to shoot an arrow onto this guy's head. What is going on, guys? It is Zigzag here, and welcome back to another Geoguessr video. Today we are playing A Ridiculous World, which is a map made by spacevibe, who is a viewer of the channel, and he's also a Twitch streamer himself, and he streams himself making maps and whatnot, so you should definitely go check him out. I was watching his stream the other day, and he was working on this map, and I thought, actually, it looks like a great one for the channel, so let's give it a go. Obviously, we're playing no moving, and I think we'll go a minute 30 per round, and just see what this map's all about. So it's all official coverage, and it's just got interesting locations on it and whatnot. So here we are in Generation 2, and we have a Google car here, interestingly. But is this a typical Generation 2 country is the question. La Caneca. So interesting. Maybe speaking Spanish here. I mean, based on this architecture, it might be in South America, really, or Mexico or something. Yeah, the Generation 2 is confusing because normally it would only be Mexico, but this feels almost more like Bolivia or Peru or something like that. I'm not sure. So looking around, yeah, this is curious. Where exactly are we, and what is with this Google camera? Is this a particularly interesting looking Mexico round or what? I think that might be an octagonal pole there, so perhaps it is indeed Mexico, just very green. Yeah, we just have like a Generation 2 Google car there as well. So why don't we go somewhere in Mexico City? I mean, it would make sense. Let's go over near that park there. And this was actually Colombia, so a bit of Generation 2 in Colombia. I didn't even know such a thing existed. And I suppose that's the point of the map, right? You have to have those interesting locations in there. So just 900 points to start off with the video, but I anticipate many of these will be exactly as difficult as this. So here we have a lot of stalactites. I think it's stalactites when they're going down, right? Could be wrong. Anyhow, we are in a cave here, and the question is where. I feel like you might find these in Australia, also maybe the US or China. I know China has the most caves in the world, but China doesn't have much official coverage, so yeah, maybe thinking USA here. I'm not really sure where you'd find that many caves in the US, but maybe we'll guess around the Grand Canyon and hope for the best, shall we? This could be Australia still. I know this was in Lebanon, so a bit of official coverage out in Lebanon, quite rare, but it does exist. And yeah, we're about on the right latitude, not that that really matters on a round like that. And let's move on to the next. So before I see anything interesting, oh, there's the interesting thing. We've actually got a mermaid on here. I like this map. It's got a good sense of humor. And we've got the silver car here. This appears to be the Philippines. Everything would check out with that. So we've got ocean to the north, and we've got land to the north as well. So maybe just on one of these central islands here. Wouldn't be averse to something like that. Let's just go for it. And yeah, we're not too far away there, 4,100 points, but enjoying the mermaid. Mermaid spotted on Geoguessr? Seriously? No. Yellow number plate here. Interestingly, we're on a tripod, but this is official coverage. So I think with the yellow number plate, this... I was initially thinking Colombia based on how the vegetation looks and everything, but these houses look Asian to me. So, yellow number plate on the motorbike for Asia. Where would this be? So it could be Laos. Doesn't really feel like Laos, all things considered. Could just be like a weird Taiwan, where they, for some reason, have a yellow number plate. Don't think I've ever seen one there, that's the problem. But where is this tripod? Where are they setting up this tripod? I think this is bamboo as well. So am I missing something really simple here? I mean... yeah, Laos is the only one I can think of that has yellow number plates like that. Maybe sometimes Indonesia, but it doesn't look like Indonesia. It could be Japan, but I think I'll go Taiwan here. Let's see. And no, this wasn't China. A bit of official coverage in China, so that makes sense. Actually, the car's license plate had a bit of a blue tinge to it, and the license plates in China are blue, so that makes sense. But at least we're on the right latitude and a good amount of points. And, you know, depending on who you ask, that was the right country. Anyhow, this looks like a Mongolian flag here with the red, blue, red. Not entirely sure. It's very snowy. I mean, obviously I can see why this has been picked. It's a very interesting location. So speaking some kind of Cyrillic Russian language here. So Mongolia would make sense for that. So yeah, maybe we are just in Mongolia. It feels fairly rural. We're on a hotel as well. There should be official coverage, theoretically, as well. So yeah, just thinking somewhere, I mean, it feels northern. It feels northern to me, perhaps north of Ulaanbaatar. Let's just guess in a hotel here and hope for the best, shall we? And okay, this one's not too far away. It is actually more south than I had expected with the trees. I thought with the trees it would be more northern. Obviously, Mongolia, not the most forested place in the world. We went up with 12,000, so just round 1 and 2 really gave us the problems. Everything in Asia we did well. Well, I guess apart from Lebanon. Okay, well, let's just play again. We're going pretty well here. I think I'm starting to get the hang of things, but yeah, that cave round was almost impossible, to be fair. So we got a bit of tracker here, and wow, this is really interesting rock formation. It almost looks like it belongs in Star Wars or something. But as for this like river over here and everything, feels like Alaskan or Canadian. I'll say Alaskan or Canadian, yeah. So big mountains. It almost feels like I just remember watching like an Alaska Man vs. Wild episode, and it felt like this. So maybe that is what I want to do. Somewhere on this reserve or something like that. Have to be on a river though. So maybe McCarthy. I don't know. Could certainly be out in Yukon or Northwestern Territories, perhaps even Northern British Columbia. And yeah, okay, so it was in Northwestern Territories. And yeah, that looks very right. I mean, it makes sense that it looks right, but I should have guessed somewhere more like that. 3,100 points, not a bad start, not a bad start. So we got double yellows. What is the interesting thing here? We've got, this is some official Google coverage. The Google car's just driving along and they see this guy trying to shoot an arrow onto this guy's head. I don't know if that's real. Something tells me that they saw the Google car drive past and like, if it comes back, we'll just, they thought that it's going to go around the block. It's like, maybe this is like a one-way road. Probably not, but then they set themselves up so when the Google car came back, it looked like this. In any case, no matter if it's real or fake, that's actually hilarious. I like that. We've only got 40 seconds to go, but I think it's pretty easy round. It feels like somewhere up here, I would say. Do we have a number plate over here? Bluish number plate? Maybe Massachusetts? I can't remember. Let's try Massachusetts. Okay, well, it's actually Connecticut. Okay, so maybe Connecticut's blue. But anyway, we're pretty close there, so that's good. Whoa-wee. So Bhutan or Nepal, or India, I suppose. That's the three options here with the mountains this humongous. Interesting, kind of like almost an Australian-looking tree there. It's always interesting to see the different trees around the world. But yeah, these buildings feel Nepalese, probably. I mean, we're speaking a bit of English, so that would make sense. Looking at these guys, not really sure. But yeah, they could definitely be Nepalese, I reckon. So, or this could be near Mount Everest. I mean, could this... I don't think that is Mount Everest, but I think we're near there. So, yeah, let's just guess somewhere in Nepal. I think Nepal has a few photospheres done by Google. Everest? Yeah, Everest is over here. So, I mean, why don't we guess in like a town? Why don't we guess in this town over here? 19 kilometers away. Let's go. Look at that. That's a pretty good guess. We're actually over here next to the Thame Monastery. So, yeah. I mean, how do you even get there? Are there any roads leading here, actually? I wonder how you get there. Maybe you go on the river? That's interesting. That's really interesting. Maybe you have to go by helicopter or something. In any case, we're on a 2-country streak, and we're getting much more points this time. This one's got fairly white sand. It feels like the last Northwestern Territories one we had, does it not? I think I might go there. I think I might go get there again. It definitely has a similar feel to it. So why not? That one was... The Northwestern Territories one was right on the border here, wasn't it? Yeah, it was over here. So we've got kind of the river to the south. So let's say we're like at the head of the river over here. Let's say that. And, okay, a bit further south, but yeah, similar location, so we pull another good score here. I'm liking how this one's going. I'm liking how this one's going a lot. Oh, I like indoor rounds. Let's check out this. Voterix. We got another tracker? I'm not sure if it's a tracker, actually. No, doesn't appear to be. So, Pugliese? Belga? What language are we speaking here? Apto para. Okay, feels like Portuguese. Maybe Spanish, probably Portuguese. got a guy over here. So what's really interesting about this, just trying to see if there's any like twist to it or something like that. But yeah, it feels maybe like Brazil. Do we have any flag here? It's definitely, I know like Brazil's got a big rock scene. I'm pretty sure like Brazilians like rock. So that would fit. But I don't really know where to put the marker though. We're in a big city. You can see we're in a big city here. It'd be cool if there was like a clue out the window that we could get it with. But all we've got is this frog. It's the only thing supporting us in this round. So I think we just go in Rio de Janeiro here. It would make sense. Why not? Let's send it. And oh, Buenos Aires. So it actually was Spanish, not. Okay, it was Spanish, not Portuguese. Kind of thought it was going to be Portuguese, but yeah. Actually, the whole of South America I do associate with really liking rock music. I think it's just bigger over there than it is in Australia, for example, in 2021 at least. So we end up with 19,000 points. Let's go for that 20,000. So the Nepal was really good. The two Canada guesses were okay. The USA one was good, and just missed out on the Buenos Aires there. So really could have easily been a 20k plus. And yeah, we're moving up on the scoreboards here. Obviously, we're not actually fourth, but anyway, last game here. And how can we go? Ooh, wow. Okay, so we seem to be in Africa here, being led by a yak here. And yeah, we got like some Caucasian people riding in the cart. I feel like, where is this going to be? It's very dry. It could be like, I know there's some coverage in like northern Tanzania, so it could be there in the very dry parts of the country. But it's got like a white soil. I'm not really sure if I'd associate it with that part of the world. Also thinking of like Zimbabwe here. Zimbabwe maybe. Where else could this be? This could be like really far north in one of these countries bordering on the Sahara. No, I don't actually mind Tanzania here, given that I know there's a little bit of coverage there. Could actually be Uganda or Kenya as well, in a drier part. But let's go for Tanzania here. And no, this is Madagascar, of course, Madagascar. Wow, how did I forget that? If I had have glanced on Madagascar, I definitely would have guessed there, because I know there's a lot of kind of non-car coverage over there, and I think I had even probably seen that tracker before. Disappointing stuff. Disappointing stuff. It's going to be hard to break that 20k now, for sure. So we've got a masked, kind of scary looking guy here. Is that like a plague mask? I feel like that's a plague mask. Somewhere in the US. No front plates. Feeling southern. Yeah, I was definitely feeling southern straight off the bat. We're going to get any number plate that's legible or anything like that. Not really sure. It doesn't feel quite tropical enough to be Florida. We've got like a lot of bungalows as well. You know, what it really reminds me of is oh, but we have no front plates. I was gonna say it really reminds me of this neighborhood I watched. It was like San Antonio, I think. A documentary in San Antonio, but no, it can't be that. So, but the houses remind me of it. So maybe just stay up. Maybe Oklahoma City here. Why not Oklahoma City? I mean, I don't think I've ever guessed that correctly, but it would be a sick guess if it was correct. And no, it's actually in New Orleans. Okay, so that makes sense in hindsight. Look at all this land reclamation that's going on in New Orleans. It's going to go under. I'm pretty sure they say it's going to go under. Anyway, very interesting. Ooh, look at this. We got the government guy pulling away the tire nails here to stop people barreling down this road. And when I was looking this way, I was almost thinking it could be like a dry part of Brazil, but of course, here we have the Kenya car. So perhaps we are on a border? It would make sense if we were on a border. Does he have a flag on him? He does not. This could, also, these buildings almost look South American as well, which is really interesting. But yeah, we could easily be crossing over on the Tanzanian border here. I mean, I've already guessed Tanzania incorrectly. Do we have any hills? That border crossing this one has no hills, so maybe this one here. Or maybe it's just between states. I'm not really sure if that would make sense, but it could just be between states here. But in terms of the dryness, that would at least make sense. I mean, it could be like somewhere in the north as well. Perhaps there would be more like strict borders in the north, but I'm just going to go here. And, okay, so what's actually to the north, but what was actually this place? What was the point of having the police presence there? I'm not really sure. there's not really too much going on in northern Kenya anyway. So I'm not really sure what that was about, but we got the right country anyhow. This guy's face is cut off. And look at this, he's having a whole barbecue. What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Are they chickens? I think they must be like a bigger animal than a chicken. If they're chickens, they're absolutely huge. And we got like 8 sausages as well, 9 sausages, so interesting. We got black number plates here. Because of the black number plates, I might be thinking Tunisia. He kind of looks Tunisian as well. Although this building looks like a South American building. So we've got a number plate with a black dot in the middle. Maybe this is like a really rural Argentina. So let's see where the sun is. I mean, the sun appears to be more to the north, so we could be in the southern hemisphere here. I would love to see the number plate of this one too. But yeah, it kind of looks like the Google car might be black as well. So, I think it's actually just Trekker. So I'm kind of overthinking this one a little bit, but I think this actually might be a really far north Argentina based on these plates here. So if it was going to be in Argentina, I would say it's going to be like in Salta or maybe even further north. Maybe this one could be, right on the border. But yeah, I'll go Salta and hope that this guy's not lying with his barbecue. So please don't be lying. Let's see. Okay, this was actually just in Buenos Aires. So really interesting. It's not those kind of red bricks I wouldn't associate with like Buenos Aires architecture, but yeah, I guess it was just, a certain kind of neighborhood. It was pretty close to the center of the city though. And moving on to the last round of the video, we are not getting as high a score this time, but still been fun. And this is like a yak or something. Oh no, well this looks like a piggy over here, so I'm not really sure. But yeah, very nice to see these animals, whatever they are. Is it? I feel like it's maybe not a yak. I'm not sure what type of animal that is. Maybe someone who's a zoologist can tell us in the comments. We've got a lot of rubbish on the ground here, so maybe a poorer country. It tends to be the way, unfortunately. Yeah, this is a zoo. This is a zoo in Africa, presumably. So where did we get the last Trekker in Africa? That was in Madagascar. This one could also be Madagascar, to be fair. Yeah, I guess she might look Madagascan. She's pretty dark. I'm not sure if people are so dark in Madagascar. Maybe this could just be Kenya or maybe even Nigeria. 30 seconds left and I'm not really sure where I want to go. It's like this green grass is definitely interesting to me. Maybe I will just go Madagascar. It's pretty dry on the capital, so maybe on the... Would they have a zoo here? I'm not sure if they'd have a zoo. Let's just see if Madagascar has like a state zoo in the capital. Yeah, let's click here. Why not? I mean, it's worth a try. We could be there. And let's see if we're correct. Not at all. This was in Dakar. Oh gosh, not a good guess at all. And there you have it. I mean, there weren't many clues to be fair, but probably could have checked the sun. And this was in Park Han, which is, yeah, it's a zoo. And we end up with 11,100 points. But shoutouts to spacevibe because this map is pretty fun. Definitely enjoyed it. And yeah, the second match was where we really had our successes. The third was a tough one. And yeah, I will definitely play this map again at some point. Thank you very much for watching all the way to the end of the video. And I will see you guys in another Geoguessr video very soon. Catch you later.